Hi everyone, I'm back. I didn't do any videos, I think it was 2 weeks already. Uh, Main reason is that I just went into kind of inside of myself and I did big cleaning. Uh, and it was everything was connect where I am, in what direction I'm looking forward, or you know, like what's my reality. Uh, Topic of this video is questioning everything. So I remind myself actually that all of my life I I'm questioning everything. So, and that's the reason, if you watch my previous videos where I mentioned that, I don't know, from young age I was involved in church and I was altar boy. But I didn't like the whole system and all that stuff. Then after that, I went study Buddhism and Hinduism and all those different religious and stuff like that. Uh, I can take whatever is offered, but at the same time, I'm kind of processing inside of me, and I'm checking, is it things resonate with me or not. Uh, they didn't. So my point is that we all should question everything. The narrative on TV, on social media, or everything. So it's a fine line between questioning everything and be paranoid. So you need to find a kind of balance in the whole situation. So I'm gonna go a little bit deeper what I mean, questioning everything and what I did last 2 weeks with my life. Uh, Basically, I went into whatever you call the spiritual movement, truth movement, um, all that kind of more alternative approach to the life. And I, I just, I want to know, like, uh, who is real for me. I'm talking about me, not in general, uh, and who is fake. So I did big cleaning on my social media platforms with the people I used to follow them, and like maybe at the beginning it was like full of you can feel the love and the happiness and all that stuff, but then through the time something changed in them, and everything started being very go 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 go, and it's a big pressure on that person but also on the public who's following that person. So that's the one of reason why I stopped following some channels and people. Also, when was a lockdown in Ireland, like I spent loads of time doing my own research and start following different groups of people and individuals, because I want to know more about some subject, whatever it is. And at the beginning, loads of people start popping up out with their own kind of downloads. Um, I don't know, intel or stuff like that. So I went with the flow, but now I realize that same people who was very simple and honest and open now became really like a businessman. They selling everything for big money, and they kind of looking at you like above. Like if you want to be on my level, you have to, I don't know, buy my course, which costs you a fortune, and realistically you can afford. Like you don't want to go making decision. Okay, are you going to pay your bills, or are you going to go for that course, which at the end you're not sure what you're going to achieve with that course, or I don't know, loads of different things. And it's everything is like I feel they try to make you small, and you can all only grow if you join them and buy whatever they sell. That's the only way. So I personally don't believe that's the only way. I personally believe that everyone has to work on themselves, and if you can afford some things or whatever, there is always some other way to learn, to grow. To that person, it's not the only one, and it's not the end of the world if you don't get that, whatever, let's say course, whatever. So I also like it's actually bothered me maybe already 2 years, all that spiritual movement where uh, in general for the people, spiritual movement is something, it's something very like love, peace, light, blah blah blah. Yeah, that that's the truth in general. But if you go deeper into the whole things, you can see so much competition, so much my kind of downloads or my uh, healing abilities are better than yours, and it's a war. Literally it is war. But what's telling me all the most of those people, they claim they're spiritual, they're um, love and light and all that stuff, but they are run with ego, with you know, it's never enough. I want more, 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 more. I'm talking about material stuff. So, and they're never gonna admit it that. They're gonna always turn, no, it's your fault. You're the one who have low vibration, and you know, it's always blame someone else. But what they're doing in the same time, they promote um, life with no ego, with no anger, no all those kind of whatever lower, what they say, lower vibrational things. I personally think that we are all humans, no matter are you a star seed or you're a light worker or you are just a human. There's nothing wrong to be just a human. They're, they are, I don't know, they're equal like everyone else. I'm talking about star seed, light worker, whatever. So uh, I lost the track. Yeah, I was talking about ego and all that stuff. So uh, by those people, you shouldn't feel any anger, uh, any jealousy or any, because you are not gonna ascend. And from my point of view, it's a kind of wrong approach to the whole thing, because it's okay to have emotions and it's okay to have ego, in the way that ego or those emotions not control you. It's a big difference. So sometimes I have ego, not sometimes, loads of times, but in the same time I'm aware, okay, that's the ego, and he's not going to be my master. We need ego to survive in this three reality. That means we making decisions and all that stuff. And it's also with emotions. Like you you can be like, if someone attacking you verbally, physically, or any way, you can say, oh, I forgive you, I'm love and light. No, sometimes you need to stand on your ground and say no. I'm not going to use those words, uh, and say no and just push back, because this is 3D reality. I used to be like trying to ignore all those uh, physical things, the whole those whatever they call lower vibrational energies, but they are part of us. And as soon as you accept that, you can work on that and you can kind of neutralize, but they're not going to disappear. You can bury them under wherever you create a persona of love and light, but sooner or later those things going to come out and they're going to hit you back. So everything is basically balance. So from my from my example, sometimes I can be very angry and I can snap like this, but then because I'm working on all those, you know, behaviors and feelings and whatever, it it's lasts, every time lasts uh, less and less, because I know, okay, whoa, this whatever anger came, but okay, I'm not gonna live in that bubble of anger or jealousy or whatever. That's not who I am. It is part of me, but it's not who I am. That's the big difference. Uh, I must say, like when you move all the, I'm talking everything from my point of view and my experience. I move all those uh, profiles of people, and it's just a few left that I really resonate with them, and at the same time I can see their weakness, but I see their whatever you call light, love, and I'm okay with that, and I can go, I don't know how long, but I will go with them in that journey. But the rest of them, like, no. I notice also, say TikTok. Uh, I met I met beautiful people there. Even Kenneth from Australia, who sent me runes, and I'm really thankful for that. But it also, there's a it's kind of aggressive approach to the viewers, and they're literally popping out from the screen, and you have to do this and you have to do that, and it's mental. And I can, like, I 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like too much, too overload with the, and it's everything. It's a kind of triggering your guilt, your fear, your no, no, no. That's not the way how we should live our lives. And I personally don't understand how some people can make, I don't know, every 2 hours new videos, and you know, with the new subjects and all this all the time. Those people are, from my point of view, they are not grounded. They and I actually can see the energy. It's all over the place, and there most of how can I say, the fracture of the soul who is in the body is popping out all the time, and those people promoting spiritual life or whatever, and they have like loads of followers, and then I'm thinking about those people who follow them. Why? Like, why why you're pushing yourself in that kind of scenario where everything is like, you need to do this ritual, you need to do that, and that. If you don't do it, it's so, and it's no difference between that kind of approach to like when you're working for the big systems where you have to sell so much stuff, and if you don't sell, you're not good worker, and then like I don't know, it's too much. uh Loads of those, like I can see, and I mentioned that in one of previous videos. I can see so many young people actually tuning into really good stuff, and they can see through the whole whales veils and everything, but a lot of them, and they're like, and it's amazing. Another thing is, like, you can watch the video what some people present, and what I'm doing is like I press follow, so to follow them. In 5 minutes, they text me back, "Oh, I had beautiful feelings and downloads about you. Do you want me to do reading for you? Your ancestor want they have a message." And it's like, hello, you're talking to me. Like, no, no thanks. So basically, I think, I don't know, but most of those people are desperate to get clients, to make money, to um, I don't know. It's wrong. It's wrong. I'm a healer, and like most of you know that. But I don't push. Like sometimes I just like, I have no problem say to client no, and could be different reason. If I don't feel good, like last week, my friend, she's supposed to come for a healing session, and I woke up this morning and I was not in good mood. So how can I provide, the whole healing session where you should be in state of love and light, and all that stuff, if you're not good, like if you are a mess? So I said, sorry, we can reschedule for some other day, and she didn't have a problem with that. But first of all, you have to be honest, and the other thing is you need to check yourself all the time. Are you in the right place to provide something for someone? Because if you don't have, what it needs for good healing session, there's no point. Like, just take money from the client? No. So, however, that's like in general, the whole spiritual movement, and it's the same with the truthers. I know those people. The most of the people, they desperately want the truth come out, and they are very, very. They're most of them. They're angry. They're loads of problems, and then there is a people who actually know how to manipulate the mass of people who are rage and disappointed with the system, with the governments, with all those things, and they know how to approach them and catch them and take all that energy from them to for the growth of them, which is another no. I when was the lockdown again? That lockdown is like sometimes I have feeling we have kind of the thing before Christ and after Christ, but now we have before lockdown and after lockdown. The timeline shift. I don't care what anyone says because I changed, my reality changed, and the whole humanity changed in 2020. I know, and you know. However, at the beginning, when you're sitting in apartment and you're not allowed to go because the government told you not to go, you're sitting and doing nothing. You start, do research, blah, blah, blah. And in some stage, you just went into rabbit hole about all those truths, let's say that. And uh, and it's amazing what some people doing that they bring content every week. Oh, next week we're gonna have new financial system, support by gold, silver. We all gonna have, I don't know, safe income, uh, and that's gonna be next Monday. That Monday come, nothing happened. Even things getting worse, like all prices going up, and like, okay, we're gonna wait for another Monday. Then, what else was? Yeah, it was also about free energy. Like, yeah, the satellite is on the air, and with who, the most rich person in the world, but I don't think he's the most rich person in the world. Uh, okay, what's changed? Nothing. But I must say, loads of things actually change, and they changing in the background of whatever you call this reality. But it's not on the way what some people showing you. Uh, oh, I don't know. Sometimes I have feeling that that kind of people they're living, they just uh, addicted to viewers and followers and comments, and thank you, you made my day. And okay, so what? Another thing what I would like to say, and just this video is like basically just express everything out, so you can take or leave it, it's up to you. But that was I was talking about spiritual things and hidden things and truth movements and all that stuff. And then you have another reality where you have mainstream media, where you have politicians, where you have businessmen, banks, all that stuff. And they running pretty much similar agenda in fake spiritual movement and fake truth movement. And it's like two things at the end, they come together. Now someone's gonna say, oh, he showed triangle. I don't care. I stopped watching news, say, 4 years ago. Yeah, because maybe because I'm intuitive, and I actually I can feel, I can sense. It's a programming. It's a constantly beaming whatever, and I believe that whole thing actually started being heavily after we switched to digital TV. or whatever. Because I saw the people who's watching news, they're like hypnotized. They just, they don't hear anything else. It's just, you know, just like, you know, when you put the horse things, they don't see anything. It's just, you know. Uh, I must, I know it's a still sensitive topic, but what happened 3 years ago, and I remember the big pressure in the whole public things to get the product, and loads of politicians, even famous people, stars, actors, singer, they all pushing same agenda. Why? Because they was paid for that, or they had some other contract that they have to fulfill. And that's, I know it's not funny, but it was a big pressure. And it was like, first of all, they brought the product as a savior from whatever what they present. Like in those days, if you watch TV, you or news, you have a feeling like it's people dropping dead on the street, like in thousand people on the street. But then you open your window and you look on the street, everything's normal. Like what's going on? And it's the same with the war east of Europe, where I saw actually it's amazing. Thank God we have kind of whatever technology where people do their research and they kind of connect dots together. Where that one video was where they're showing you on the news that the, I don't know, one square in some city was completely knocked down, but then in the same time the person recording that same square, because that person lived beside that square, everything is fine. So let's go back on the whole narrative what they brought. I, from my personal microphone, from my personal kind of point of view, I always knew that something's going to happen during my life. So the big event, I didn't know which one, what's going to happen, but and when everything started, I got that feeling. Okay, it's happening now. So it's up to me how I'm going to deal with all that stuff. Of course, I didn't take product, and not because I'm anti-product person. No, it was just I asked myself, should I take or not? And the answer was so clear: no, don't take that because you're gonna die. And based on that, I actually fight with the whole world to not get that. And it was the days when I was like, oh God, I can't deal. I couldn't believe the pressure and how people change because of fear and because brainwash. And how come suddenly from kind of friendly person you have in front of you person who are worse than a little man in 1940 who ruled Germany. I can't say the name because I don't know if you are aware of that the censorship is very heavily, you know, and you have to choose the words. That's why I say product and page person. It was really challenging. And then suddenly the whole thing it's start getting quiet because what? The masses was start being pushing into another narrative, and that was a war. And the same people, it's amazing that, like, even on social media you can see the flags of before. You saw those, I don't know, circle, and I got my product first time, I got my product second time, third time, whatever. Now they switch that, and you can see the flag, or the other flag for genders, and it's the same kind of mental uh, thing going on. And of course, I'm from Croatia, and in 90s we got the war, whatever it was. And if you're a little bit aware of the whole why we have the wars, because someone above decide, okay, we have to spend, I don't know, weapons or money, or we need more power in that part of the world, or that's a different reason. It's not, you know, it's not about the little man's, if you leave people alone, they can live together with no fighting and everything. But if you are interfere with all those different information, of course they're gonna start attacking each other. But people above, they're gonna take everything, and that they're not gonna left anything to small people. Uh, media, it's media, or news. It's not truth. That there's a bunch of people who creating content to bring viewers to that channel, because if they have certain numbers of people, viewers or whatever, they can sell that to the other companies for ads and all that stuff. It's a business. It's not about truth, it's about business and power. But people, somehow they don't get that. It's just like, yeah, whatever that man or woman said, that's the truth. And if you not go with the flow, something's wrong with you. You are evil, you are, I don't know, a little bit slow or whatever. However, when the things with the disease kind of stop, whatever, I said to myself, okay, doesn't matter. I because of me, I will get over it. I just I'm not angry, and it is what it is. It At the end, it's not their fault, and there was manipulated by the. It's hard. Like, I'm blessed that I can see through the whole narrative and all those layers, but some people they can't, and you need to have understanding for all that stuff. But then lately, what happens to me is that, that I'm a massage therapist, and I'm kind of close with the clients, and those clients, like, with the time, they start being as a friends, and I know everything about their body and health condition and even families and everything. But I notice, and it's so sad, and it actually make me angry. Loads of people changed in these 2 years, 3 years, and loads of people start having health problems, and those problems are connected with the heart, with the brain, with the veins. They start having lumps and bumps all over the place. And another thing is that it was the same, like, it was case in the past that, like, now and again someone died, but now every week you can hear that, like, 3 or 4 people die, and they all die suddenly. They just gone. Like, okay, they don't have perfect health or whatever, But that's not the reason that that person died just like that. Or I remember years ago, you got cancer and you have 4 stages of cancer, and it's take time from first till fourth stage, develop all that stuff, and then in most of cases, I'm talking about most of cases. So you have time to treat people and whatever. Now they got diagnosed, they have a cancer, and in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, they're gone. So they're passing from stage 1 to stage 4 so quickly. And doctors, nobody can do anything. Why is that? Why last 2 years people, like every week, I'm I I I can hear, oh, my father died, my mother died, my friends died, constantly. But then in the same time, when I have a client on the table, and when I do, for example, I don't know, back massage, that means the person has to face down, they can't breathe. They can start having cough. And then they didn't have that problem before they got the products. First time, second time, third time, or fourth time, or whatever. I don't know how many times you should go for the product to survive. And in the meantime, you got the disease. But what they're telling you is, because you got the product, disease doesn't affect you that much. Okay, are you sure about that? I don't know. So, and it is from my personal kind of thing, because when you pull yourself from whatever world, what's going on, and in a kind of small way you can see what's going on, it's affect you. And like, I don't know if I can say that, but I got the one client, really healthy client, everything's fine, and I asked, okay, before I start with the massage, do you have any I don't know, issue with your body I should know before start massage? And the client says, yeah, I have I'm damaged, I have heart damage caused by vaccines. And I was like, that was the first time that someone actually directly said to me, yeah, I'm damaged because of that. Young person, healthy person who is in sport and have like young kids and the whole future in front of. But because of everything, what they serve you, now God knows what's going to happen. And I notice also that now in this moment we are not talking about that. Whatever happened. People trying to close their eyes, and they still, again, they don't want to see the truth. I don't understand. Maybe something's wrong with me. Maybe, I don't know. And like, I can understand fear and everything, all that things, but then maybe you should sit with yourself and ask yourself, okay, Predrag, is it really like that, or am I really like that? You need the conversation. The other big problem, what I notice with the people are so ready to hold their own power to someone else. I see that here. Like when the people come for healing session, they they are ready to give themselves to a completely stranger, only because they don't want to deal with that. Someone else gonna fix that. Healer's gonna fix that. Therapist gonna fix that. Government's gonna fix that. Doctor, they don't want, like, no. It's like, no me interesa. Like, don't understand why. It's okay. It's okay to ask for help. But then in the same time, you are who you are, and you know best what is best for you. Not anyone should tell you what's the best for you. I can suggest you, okay, maybe you should, I don't know, try with the grounding, because I'm getting from you that your energy is all over the place and you need, kind of balance everything. But that's my suggestion. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever you want. But the people are just like, they don't want to deal with themselves. They just, everything is going under the carpet. I don't know. Don't understand. And everyone waiting for the savior. Like Jesus gonna come one day and he's gonna save us all. No, no. You have Jesus inside of you. You have Christ consciousness inside of you. But if you don't work on that, you're never gonna ascend or whatever. It's the same with Mr. T. I remember 2 years ago, like there was a whole movement that Mr. T gonna save the world, and we don't have to do anything. We just lay down and waiting for someone else to save the world. No, now it's Mr. P, or I don't know. That doesn't matter. You need to save yourself, and then help if someone needs help, and that's all. And I can see clearly that the whole society, I told you before, is actually splitting on half, and it's like two major timelines, and then those two timelines, they have like small timelines, and you have timelines where everything goes in transhumanism. But before that, we have like a few steps to go there. So the first thing is control, completely control of population. Then you have a transgender agenda, where they're trying to confuse people and convince people that it's not normal or natural to be man or woman. I don't know. And then you have like, don't understand that. I understand that, but also, and then kind of higher step in the whole thing is everything is technology. And don't get me wrong, technology is a tool, and it's how you're using that tool. It's the same in the spiritual things. If you have a crystal, it's up to you how you're going to use crystal or tarot card or anything like that. But it seems to be that technology, what we have, it started getting used for bad purposes, for the control, for monitoring every person and, collective, whatever. Next kind of thing is digital currency, where basically you're gonna have your credit. It's numbers on the screen, and someone can decide to just press the button and those numbers are gone. That's the kind of simplified way. It's not that simple, but at the end it is. So I always say here, like, okay, you can pay whatever you want. You want to pay with card, Revolut, any. I prefer cash. Cash is the key. Even if I know that cash, what we call cash, it's not support, doesn't have any value. It's not support with the gold or silver or anything like that. It's just piece of paper. They printing. But it's better than You know, if you have to choose between two evils, you can choose less evil, if that makes sense, till things change, if they're ever gonna change. And then a higher step is trying to implant something in human's brain or heart, or because that's going to improve your abilities, you're going to live longer, your consciousness can be downloaded in one chip so you can live forever. Like what we are talking about, do we really want to go in that direction? I don't know. And I know I was spoken about star seeds and all that stuff, and I told people that, you know, I have kind of Pleiadians DNA, Arcturians DNA, Polarian DNA, but that's not the way where humanity should go, you know, for implanting things into the body, into the system, because that means you allow AI to go in and take over. It's very simple. And AI is actually devil. So it's not someone with the horns and sitting in the hell, or I don't know, Grace or reptilians, or what's the name? Doesn't matter. AI is at the back of the whole thing, and AI control humanity for thousands and thousands of years. They did in Atlantis time. They're doing now, and we are similar. This whatever we call, it's a very similar to Atlantis civilization. And we are now kind of on the edge to end up as Atlantis. And we don't go, how can I say, ascend. We're actually coming back where we was before. It's a circle. And we used to be more advanced than we are now. So we are trying to go in that kind of stage. But some people decide to go completely off, disconnect from the light, from the source, and go in completely different direction. Probably that's the soul contract or influence of dark entities or whatever. And it's the same with on the spiritual side. Loads of people are connect with the entities. They probably someone's gonna ask me, okay, how do you recognize what's coming from the light and what's coming from, I don't know, say dark? But it's very simple, because during my healing session, if angel or archangel appear, or I don't know, energy or whatever, I can feel that, and they whatever call, they don't ask for anything. They are here to serve, and they're helping you in the way that doesn't affect your free will. But then, what I notice with the uh, in the spiritual world is that you have people who are connect with archangels, angels, or spirits, or whatever, and the angel or archangel or spirit tell them, you have to do this, or you're not gonna be or achieve or whatever. That's wrong. That's wrong. And it's the same with the prediction. Like, I can do that if I want. I can do, tarot cards and predict the future and all that stuff. But I know that if I do that, and if I plant something in the client's mind, a client who is actually, we are all creators, he's going to start creating something which actually can lead him away from his own path. Some things has to be hidden. You need to discover. It's not everything, on the plate. Here, go, take it. How are you gonna evolve? You need to learn. That's my approach to the whole thing. So now I went too long with the videos. However, with this video, okay, maybe today I'm not love and light. I am, but I have no problem say what I'm thinking, and if someone can take that, fine. However, I would like to just say, whatever's come in front of you, question everything. Ask yourself, is it resonate with you? Is it for your highest good? Whatever's coming in you need to sacrifice yourself or something to achieve something. Don't look stuff just on the surface. Go a little bit deeper. Use your intuition. Your body can tell you. Your intuition, your soul can tell you what's right for you. You don't have to listen to me or anyone else who's saying how you should do it. No. Do your own thing. And if you fail, you can pick yourself up. You can pick that crown, put back on your head, and go and learn something. Okay. Loves you all. See you.